Woohoo! We're live! Well. I'm Turl, and this is Grandma Coffeepot.
Yes.
Woohoo!
Yes. Turl is my
Woohoo!
grandson.
I'm temporarily muting due to loud noises, and I'm going to mute my... temporarily muting to mute loud noises, and because
Yes.
of and muting my computer's audio. Well, so excuse the loud noises. We're outside here. So our plan for this is to show the process of we're live audio.
Yeah.
We on? So now we're going to show. So we're going to show the setting up of my grandma's YouTube channel right here as we speak. So first, you type in your email.
Okay.
Is Reisner at
gmail.com. He's better at the typing. So
We appear to have a problem. Our browser capture service doesn't allow us to delete text, so we're going to need to reload it. So
could you tell me how you're doing that as you do it?
we're going to temporarily use a blank URL.
Uh-huh.
For reloading.
Are we on audio now?
Yep. So, what's your email?
ESREISNER.
Well, it appears not to allow us to type the @ symbol. Oh dang, I'm not sure if we can do this.
Okay, well just use yours. And we'll get on and we can work at the kinks out.
I mean, I'm not sure if it's physically possible to do the stream. We're doing some live troubleshooting.
Okay. Tell me what you're doing as you do it.
I'm looking up for support.
Okay. Does YouTube in setting up channels have a special support site that I can look up? Oh yeah, it does.
Sorry for the loud noise.
When it's quiet, I have a
doesn't allow the @ symbol. I'm not sure if we'll be able to do this.
Well, can you edit this here if you want to? I want to give you a different email. That was the wrong email. Let's try a different email, okay?
No, it's just that it's physically impossible to type the @ symbol the way we're doing this, and every email has an @ symbol. Maybe I can try this.
But I want to use a different email address. Oh, here it is. Okay. So, well, your link is up,
So
and your mom's watching.
we need. Here goes. What's your email address?
All right, it's going to be Grandma Kettle.
We're going to need to create. Actually, it's an.
You want to do E.S. Reisner?
I'm just going to do something. Dang, it can't do the @
They
symbol.
can't do it. Why is that?
I don't know.
Do you think it's a security thing?
No, I think it's because it's just doesn't work.
Well, use just yours, and let's see if we get into
I
it.
said it can't type the @ symbol, period.
Even for you.
Even if you just try to randomly type it.
When you did this before, did it accept it?
I haven't
Oh, you haven't
tested
done it
using
this
the
way.
streaming method.
Okay, got it. I see.
Well, excuse the brief sort of meta stuff.
Yeah.
So, let's just hope this works and you can follow along.
Okay, that's okay. Good.
What's your password?
On Google?
Yep.
It's
Is it esreisner@gmail.com?
that's my name.
What's your password?
My password is capital U.
Actually, you'd better just type this out so everyone doesn't know your password.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Oops, and I'd better close this window so it doesn't reveal my name.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that's it.
Next,
Okay.
verify it's mine. Check. You need to check your phone. Open the Gmail app, tap yes on your prompt, then tap 88 to sign in.
Let's see.
Go to the
It was
Gmail
right here.
app. Confirm whether it's you trying to sign in. It is you. 88.
Not yet.
It's working.
Okay, good.
Your date of birth?
This is secret, isn't it?
Yep, so just whisper it into my ear.
It's June 10th, 1941.
Oops. No.
Are you signing me into my...
I'm checking you out how to set up a brand account.
Okay.
So that way it doesn't use your real name.
Okay, good. But I might have to add that to my computer.
Go to my channel list.
Okay.
Create a channel. Brand account name. Grandma Coffee.
Yep, absolutely.
Create. Well. We've got your channel set up.
Oh, wow. My very own channel?
Yep, your very own.
So when I talk, people can see me and hear me?
So when you do, so you can do YouTube videos now. Next
Wow.
one's going to be on your channel.
Okay.
So now we're going to remove the YouTube video segment of the meeting and start in the talk show segment of the meeting.
Okay.
Let me just disable the display capture.
Okay.
So there is us. So let's talk about the origin of our channel.
Okay. Why don't you start?
So I one day just decided to start a YouTube channel, as you will, due to a discussion about Cooper's Hawks at the time. I decided to make my first video about Cooper's Hawks. It's pretty good. Go check it out. Busting a myth about them and other predatory birds. Again, please check it out. Then, I've been in discussion with my grandma about a YouTube channel. I decided you should start one as well. So, we then began to think of the name.
Can I add just a little piece?
Yep.
Every week I meet with Turl to have lunch.
Oh, I
And-
forgot to tell them about my name. The origin of the name, Turl.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew someone decided to call their YouTube channel Clapouchius. I caught the science fiction reference, so I decided to name my channel Turl after a science fiction character who was Clapouchius's sort of co-worker.
Well, I should tell you where I got my name, but I'm going to let the audience guess. It comes from an old-time radio show. So,
Wait, let me do the prompt.
let's see if you can write in and guess where my name came from. Probably only another grandma will remember it.
I'm just going to set a timer. You have 5 minutes to guess.
And if you don't get it right, this episode. You can keep guessing, and we'll read them out loud at next episode, right?
Right? So, the timer started. It's going.
Yeah.
In the meantime, what should we talk about?
Well, we talked a lot about what we should talk about when we were building this channel.
Yeah.
And I don't know, we kind of decided to just talk about whatever came up
Yep.
and seemed interesting at that time.
When we built this channel right before your eyes. Do you have anyone you might like to share this with? Do you have anyone you might like to share? Do you have anyone you might like to share this video with?
Are you talking to me?
Yep.
Oh my goodness, yes, I would. I have friends and they would be very interested. Are you writing their...
I'm going to email them.
Okay. Well, I don't have their emails right handy, but can I give them to you after the show and we can send it to them? Can they tune into this?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to give them to you after the show, after this episode, because they would really like to see it.
Okay.
How about you? Are you connected to the people that you want to receive this?
Everyone I want to receive this has it sent. I've sent it to the link to everyone who wants to receive it.
The other thing that Turl and I discussed is, you know, I'm always having problems with technology. So, a good example is Zoom. So he taught me how to do Zoom. And it was very clever because what he did, I was at where I live and he was at where he lives. We connected on FaceTime so he could see my screen. And then he took me step by step by step. And we thought that other people might have trouble with technology or other kinds of issues that a grandmother could help her grandson with, or the grandson could help the mother with. So that was one of the ideas that we had to keep this show going.
Grandmother, grandson, tech support.
Right, exactly. Maybe a little cooking support if we have a question, or any other support, but tech support was number one.
Maybe a bit of tech support, chef support.
Very good, yeah.
Any support.
And we welcome any suggestions. You know, it's been a long year with the
pandemic and all.
Yes, and so, you know, lots of different things come up during this time. A lot of time to talk and think, right?
Right.
What are some of the things that are so different for you?
So, with some of the things that are so different for me, well, for one, social interaction, you basically need to be masked now. By the way, as you're wondering the fact that we aren't social distanced, it's outside, we're both wearing masks, and she's vaccinated.
Yes, I've completed my 2 vaccinations plus the waiting time. So this is as close as I've been
This
to
is
you.
as close as and
to
it's
anybody,
as
right?
close as we have to and it's pretty close to COVID-proof as well.
Yes, we've had a driveway interaction up until this time.
Driveway social club.
Right.
Social distance meetings in the driveway, then masked outside after she got vaccinated.
Yep, that's right. But we put them on because we believe in setting an example.
We believe in proper COVID safety.
Yes, exactly.
So should we give them another clue for the origin of Grandma Coffeepot?
I don't know. You got to know about old-time radio, and it's kind of a, what would you call it? Not a metaphor, but a takeoff from the name of this program.
It's inspired by an old radio show. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, time to reveal the name.
Oh, we're going to reveal it this week? We won't give them a week?
Ooh, maybe we shouldn't.
Let's give them a week.
Let's give them a week. Email in your guesses to... I'm going to put the email address in the chat. One moment.
Okay. And we will announce the winner next week, if there is one. You know, while you're typing it in, we were talking about how long the episode would last each week.
Hmm?
We thought for about a half an hour. Does that sound right?
About half an hour. Though this may take a while due to technical difficulties. We're
working on it.
Our address will be Trull the Constructor. Our address is trulltheconstructor2@gmail.com.
Could you repeat that?
Yep. Trull, Trurl, the TheConstructor @gmail.com. Trulltheconstructor@gmail.com. Excuse the weird formatting. I'm just going to send a test message to make sure it works.
Okay, good. Turl, I thought of another thing we could talk about. We could talk about the different books we're reading. And the different ways we've spent our time during the pandemic.
Oh dang, I entered the wrong address. And this is the wrong email address. And I just accidentally emailed a random person.
Oh. You might send it to me as well. Quite a list there.
Trulltheconstructor2@gmail.com.
I wouldn't put my address on there.
We aren't sharing our screens, so...
Okay, good.
Sent.
Oh, got it. I see.
Yay, it arrived. So, we now know the address works.
Good.
Here
Good.
it is. The revised version, not a random person's.
You know, there was an email that came in. Shall I respond to it?
Sure.
It's from a person called David, and he's in the audience right now. And he was saying he was watching, but it wouldn't let him chat. But I don't think it lets someone else chat, right? Just you and I chat.
It should. I'm going to change the live chat guidelines. In any event, my recommendation would be to email it to the address I just sent you. So,
I didn't realize that someone could chat to someone on YouTube.
so I just need to to manage the permissions for chat. We're going to the video. Show him our settings. Hopefully it'll let him chat. Live chat. Enable it. Seconds.
Here comes another message from David. There is a pretty long delay between what I hear from the driveway and what I see on the screen.
Oh, that's live streaming latency.
You know, it's interesting because I can get the emails that come in as we're working.
So, hopefully the chat ought to work now. Hopefully it should. Check it out, tell us if it works. So,
No,
let's hope it works.
nothing's come back on it.
So,
It just,
and chat might take a while. So, let's continue the discussion. So, what do we think? Maybe let's talk about some news that I'm particularly interested in.
okay.
Space.
All right.
Space, specifically relatively recent space flights. There was the test flight of Starship SN-11. Alas, it failed. We think they might have intentionally blown it up because it drifted off course too much.
Who would they be?
SpaceX, the company that's testing it out.
Uh-huh.
There appeared to be. So, excuse the looking at the phone. We're just keeping in mind if email to be sent to the channel, sent to the chat.
What did that say, David? Chat.
So,
On the iPad it shows, but it requires me to have a YouTube channel to be able to do that on my phone. It does not show chat. I have an old YouTube channel and do not know the name.
I'm going to say that we'll work on it after.
Yes, I think that's right, because we're going to work on this program after this one ends, and we're going to tighten it up a bit, right?
Right. I mean, we are setting the...
This is how we're setting it up. It's hard to tell.
I mean, we're live streaming the setup. It's going to be messy.
That's part of life, isn't it?
What in the hell did you... Oops! Sorry for swearing.
Not on there. Delete it when you can.
We're live. Dang. What? Oh, in case you were wondering about the what the... Excuse me, Grandma Coffeepot has a phone call. Possibly spam. If you're sorry about the what the. It was just that I was responding kind of strongly to something that I felt that I definitely did not expect in an email. It wasn't swearing. It was just, I definitely didn't expect it in an email. So what the? So, who do you think, now you might not know much about space flight, do you?
I only know what you tell me. And that's quite a bit.
Something recent, by the way, now most of you might not be aware about the Venusian phosphine news that happened somewhere in 2020. So, there's this gas called phosphine that's produced by life, or at least we think is mostly produced by life, and either it would require life or would require some kind of chemicals factory, we think. And we think that chemicals factories required life. Do we?
Yeah, we do.
So, the Venusian phosphine result appears to be a mistake, but we won't be able to confirm that until there are further missions to Venus. Speaking of Venus, now this is sort of an opinion editorial. I think we should colonize Venus instead of colonizing Mars.
Why is that?
Well, for one, Mars sucks. It's got a very thin atmosphere, just thick enough to have really problematic dust storms, not thick enough to be reasonably harnessable for wind. It requires a spacesuit. It's also just thick enough to require a heat shield, not thick enough to do a full landing with parachutes. The dust, well, it's electrostatically charged, which means it clings to everything and could give static shocks and could potentially wear out machinery. There's lots of radiation due to its thin atmosphere and lack of magnetic field. Even worse, the soil is made up of these toxic things called compounds called perchlorates. And Mars's low gravity means there's a risk of osteoporosis, bone loss.
Really?
Turns out, human bones are designed to work in normal gravity. In low gravity, humans lose bone mass.
Interesting.
Then again, the only thing we've had to study this for any length of time is in zero gravity. So we don't know how they'll react to gravity between Earth gravity and other gravity. But we should. But I expect it's going to be reduced osteoporosis, reduced bone loss, due to having a reduced gravity for use for bones. Reduced gravity to use bones for. Now, Venus. I'm sure most of you know it as a burning mess bathed in sulfuric acid. 900 degrees Fahrenheit, extremely high pressure on the surface. Well, it turns out it's actually relatively easy to avoid sulfuric acid. It's actually relatively easy to shield from sulfuric acid.
How do you do that?
Well, there are a lot of sulfuric acid resistant coatings.
Mm-hmm.
So, you should just coat everything that's being exposed to Venusian atmosphere in that. And, even better, the high pressure and high temperature is only on the surface. In the upper atmosphere, you get Earth-like pressure, Earth-like temperature, though a bit on the hot end. In fact, assuming you had an oxygen mask and the proper shielding from sulfuric acid, you could walk outside in that atmosphere setup. You'd want to position... Venus has Earth-like gravity, so no osteoporosis. Its thick atmosphere means that it'll protect you from most space radiation. And it doesn't have tons of toxic electrostatically charged dust.
But how long will it take us to get there?
Shorter than Mars.
Oh, wow, that's
Plus,
good.
the transfer window comes more often for Venus than for Mars.
I see.
By the way, if you're wondering what a transfer window is, it's otherwise known as launch window. It's the point where, at the most efficient trajectory, where's the most efficient point to travel to Venus? Most efficient direct trajectory point turns out to be at the transfer window. For Mars, well, a congressman once said, when asked about why a small delay, missile window, could cause a Mars probe to be delayed by 2 years. They said, when I want to go back home to Abilene, Texas, I get on a bus and go to Abilene. Gosh darn it. So, the NASA engineer replied, well, the bus to Mars only leaves every 26 months.
Very funny.
So, the bus to Venus, if you will,
What are you doing now, Turl?
Oh, I'm researching how long the bus to Venus arrives, if you will. So, Earth.
We've got a schedule here.
So,
can the people see this?
no.
Okay. It's a departure and arrival schedule for space.
So, the transfer window arrives about every 20 months. Every 19.5 to be more exact, for Venus. So you can launch to there more frequently. Even better, the voyage time to Venus is only something like 3 months, as compared to the 8 months for Mars.
Oh, that's not
Both
bad.
of these figures are one way. Venus also requires less delta V to get to.
I bet the fares will be lower. The costs.
Yep, less life support for the time, less energy spent getting there.
Less fuel needed.
Yeah.
Well,
And as everyone knows, travel time's fares are based on how much money you're spending for the transfer. In other words, how much fuel.
what time is your next class?
2:15.
Okay.
So, I think
We should maybe
we should
wind
wrap
up for
this
today.
up.
Yeah.
so. Check out my channel, subscribe. Check out Grandma Coffeepot's channel. Look it up, Grandma Coffeepot. Subscribe as well. Remember to like and subscribe. Bye.
See you next week.
Where we'll email in your guesses for our name's origin. For her channel's name's origin, and we'll email you, and we'll read them out next week